Come on, everybody, let's start the show. A quick ahoy hoy and away we'll go. Richard's got a minifig and Flynn's got a pin. The gang's all here and it's time to begin. Tricky Bricks roll call. Moto, Holly, Kara, and sometimes Blair, Clicky, Logan, Ms. Thing and Angela, and Thunderman Ho! Now you're here to grab your bricks and let's go to the Tricky Bricks Build and Chat Show!
Ahoy, ahoy, friends.
Ahoy, hoy, everybody. How's it going? It's the last day of 2021.
It is.
We've finally reached the end of this year. Well, not finally, but we're here.
We're
are.
almost. Well, it's been an eventful year.
It has been an eventful year, which we will be talking about today.
Yep.
But so great to see everybody out there. So glad you could join us today. We've got a special show today because we
might have visitors.
We do have visitors. We have our crew with us today, which I'm very excited about because usually we don't get to do that on Fridays, but here we are. Happy Friday, everyone.
Mr. McFeely's going to be here.
Absolutely.
Big Bird.
Mr. Snuffleupagus.
He's here right now.
Just can't see him. So we have a lot to go through today or go over because we've got viewer mail, which is very exciting. We went to the post office this morning and the box was literally crammed full. I mean, of course, the box is like this big, but it was still literally crammed full. And it was so exciting. As we weren't able to go too close to, and deliveries have been so slow. Yeah. We went closer to Christmas, but then it was empty. But then magically,
see, that's another thing that got so much better in 2021 is our post office.
Yes, our post office did get better in 2021. It's true. Hello, Happy New Year, Greg. Good to see you. Okay, so hey, let's start bringing our guests on, shall we? And then we'll have a little bit of viewer mail time and all that good stuff.
All the things.
Joining us here today, it is from Lego Masters Season 2, Moto.
Hey, Moto.
Hi, Moto.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm here and I haven't shaved in a week or something. So I'm just chilling out at home. It's been nice.
Wow. Yeah, you've got full. Now, is this just because you didn't feel like it, or are you going to be sporting?
I'm just lazy. I'm lazy.
And so
that's fair.
So if you just let it grow, does it turn into like a super goatee? It seems like
I don't grow any beard past here. So, for John Wick, I had to custom cut out little extra beard to make the John Wick costume.
Let it grow, let it grow, let it grow.
I think Keanu did too.
Yeah, he probably did.
That guy's handsome. He has a much better beard. Much better beard. Yeah.
Well, next up we have joining us somebody who doesn't have a beard. That is from across the bay. It's MinifigChick. Hi, Kara.
Hi, Kara.
You're stroking your virtual beard.
My virtual beard. I wear beards and mustaches in Animal Crossing sometimes.
There you go. Well, that counts.
That was one of my first gifts in Animal Crossing from our friend Drew was a curly mustache.
Yes, I had that yesterday. Now, Moto, are you affected by the smoke at all?
So it's interesting. Yeah, some people messaged me. I live farther south, and then Boulder's farther north of the fire. It's in an area called Superior Louisville. And when I went to the office yesterday to print out some stuff, because we're on holiday, no one's there but me and a cleaning person, but I could smell it. I could smell it in Broomfield because it was just to the north of Broomfield. I couldn't see it, but I could definitely smell it.
We know that well in here in California, but I wasn't aware that there was something going on. I have been heads down in work for the last few days. What's happening, Moto?
So there was 2 grass fires, and we had a high wind advisory. So there were winds of over 100 miles an hour. So once they started, they flash burned across and burned down entire subdivisions. People had to drive through like bike trails and kind of off-road to escape the fires as they swept.
Oh my goodness!
So a lot of homeless people today.
I think I did read an article that said that people had very little time to get out.
Yeah, with winds, the winds up here, when there's a massive change, like what's coming through, we're going to get maybe a 2 to 3 feet today of snow, first big snow of the year. But the winds that come before that are very powerful. And like our office will shut down one side of the building due to high winds because they can get 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 mile an hour gusts, and it will blow you off your feet. I remember I had a coworker who, teeny little petite girl, lady, I shouldn't call her girl, she's a lady. They had to have an office person who weighed like 200 pounds to hold her down to the ground and basically carry her across the parking lot to her car.
Oh my goodness.
She was getting blown off her feet.
Yeah. Well, my goodness. All right.
Well, I'm glad that you're okay and all that.
Yeah, it's been very dry. So we're in a drought. And even though it's winter, they're having to staff fire management people because of all these high winds and one little start of a burn and it just takes off.
Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully the new year will start off better than that.
I hope so. Yeah, we love our open spaces, but with all this climate change going on, it's just, it's not great. Things burn up.
Well, speaking of open spaces, we have somebody in the...
I've got to see where you're going with that.
We have
nice segue, Flynn.
From the land of open spaces. It is, in fact... Holly. Hi, Holly.
Hey, Holly.
Hello. Oh, hi. I wasn't expecting that because I wasn't sure where you were going with that either.
No, I didn't see that coming either, Holly.
I was just desperate for a segue.
Okay.
Speaking of open spaces, I introduced you to the space between Richard's ears.
Right. Yeah, sure.
So that's a very dangerous place, by the way. So
Happy New Year's Eve.
Yes, Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. And I am so excited there's somebody else in the waiting room that I'm very excited that we haven't seen in a little while. Everybody, please welcome, also from Lego Masters Season 2, it's Randall.
Hey.
Ahoy,
Hi, Randall.
ahoy.
Ahoy, hoy, Randall.
I give you one hand on chin salute.
I was listening to you, Moto, and I was counting down. Y'all took a little too long to reference Keanu Reeves. I was waiting on it since you started talking about the beard. So, yeah.
He does have a rather shaggy beard, actually.
I will let you guys tell me whether I should keep growing it or I will take it off at Logan Cookie Time.
Oh.
I will let the chat determine whether I keep growing it for another week or whether it goes away.
I say let it grow. But that's just me.
Let it grow, Elsa.
Holly, yeah, let it grow, let it grow. Can't shave it off anymore.
I think you can pull it off. But I have a request, actually.
Okay, what's this request?
When you do shave it off, whether it's, with an audience or not, please take a photo of you just with a big giant mustache.
Yes.
Oh,
I
no,
need the Moto with a giant mustache. I need it. I need this.
I've had that but only for about 5 minutes in my life when I've shaved off various.
Yeah, you don't have to, it's just the in-between stage. So Holly, I see that you have a cup.
I do. Yeah, my new cup.
I think we need to see this.
Yeah. So one of two.
Wow.
One of 2 Animal Crossing coffee mugs I received for Christmas.
That is
Yay.
awesome. And I need that. I need that thing.
Wow.
I don't know. Looking at that makes me feel like I have unfinished business. There's
Yes,
like
you do.
things I do.
Yes, you do. You're just getting started. This is my to-go cup, and then I have my at-home cup. So one for work and one for home.
Well, I got a Richard knows me so well. I actually got a Stardew Valley cup.
Yeah.
It smells delicious, and it's sure to give you a boost, which it
That's
does.
really dope.
That's awesome.
We were basically 12-year-olds this Christmas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
switches. I got an Animal Crossing beach towel, which is really fun.
And for
Ooh, I
anyone
have
that doesn't know, Richard's on the officially on the AC bandwagon now.
He
It's
is
true.
fun.
I'm there. The airport is regularly open. I have people moving in.
It's madness,
What
utter
was
madness.
Second Life?
It's like a nonstop game stream around here.
We've
Love
all been
it.
going to Richard's Island and taking a big old dump.
Oh,
My goodness gracious.
in a
Of
positive.
all our extra stuff.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness.
It was like a huge swap meet.
Anywho, we are
Okay,
going to be.
everyone who was recording over the last 30 seconds, don't.
Yeah. So we will be. But hey, let's do pins, shall we? I think it's
Sure.
pin time. And Randall, I know you weren't here, but I totally got my Daria pins. I got
That's what I'm talking about.
yes, I got one Daria reading the paper, and I got Trent with his guitar, and then I got the close up of Trent's face. So
Wow.
thanks to you for that.
You're welcome.
All right, Kara, I know you have new pins.
I do have new pins. I got this fantastic Tiki Room pin.
Oh, that is very
Wow.
nice.
That looks like, is that Fritz?
I can't keep them straight.
Oh well,
I can't
we'll have
keep
to
them
we'll have to do some research.
You know
Yeah,
what I
we'll do
love
some
about those
research on that.
pins, or what I love about merch in general like this, is when you can't immediately identify it as something that's like a pop culture reference. You know,
Yes.
like it just kind of looks like a cool pen, but like if you know, you know.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's my favorite.
All right. Let's see, Holly.
All right. So since we didn't really do a Christmas stream, I still have a couple of leftover like Christmas stuff. So here's one of them.
Yay,
Yay, Krampus.
The
Better
Weta
be
Work Cup
good.
pen. So
Better
that's
be good with Krampus around.
Krampus. Blair's Krampus was so good.
so good. Yeah. So
Totally.
there's that. Yep. Actually, I'll save some of the other ones. So I'll just.
Okay.
That's so
Awesome.
Rawr.
Moto, what have you got for us today? I'm going to take a guess. It's either a Mickey Mouse pin or a Mr. Hinkle pin. No. Oh my God.
Oh.
I got in the mail printed tiles from all of the people who attended the season finale watch party in Salt Lake City area. So
Wow. That's so cool. Look at
Those are
those.
great.
So Natalie I know some of these are upside down. So Natalie Cleveland, Midwest Builders, Susan or Jen, Paris, Jack. Hey, Randall knows this one. Most Incredible Studios. Tim Cole, Dawn, Jen Smart, Lauren, Brian, and Zach were all there. Susan Earl. So yeah, you can see Susan.
Wow, that's
Wow.
fantastic.
Those
Very
are like
nice.
the coolest beat bits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they all arrived today. So just in time for me to show you these awesome things.
Fantastic.
Hey, that's so fun.
Isn't that cool?
Very
I
nice.
gotta maybe do this because now that I see them, I'm like, that's awesome.
All right. So, Randall has.
Maybe
Oh,
he's
there
done
it
the
is.
first one. There he is.
What have we got from you today? I'm sure it's something fabulous.
Yeah, so there's a letterer from Chicago. I think his name is Ade Hogg. He has this pen among several, and this one is just kind of message based, just says keep on, but appropriate message as we continue in this environment in which we all live right now, going into 2022. So
Yep.
Inspirational.
Very nice. All right.
I also like your fresh sun.
like your fresh
man. Yes, the fresh license plate. Thank you.
And I love your T-shirt.
Oh
Yeah.
I have a similar one.
yeah, the OGs know.
Yes.
Yep.
Nice. I know now that Richard has a Switch, I can beat his butt at Mario Kart on separate consoles now, which is very exciting.
So you're like the Mario Kart king in that house.
Yeah, kind of, but only because I've played it like 3 times more than he has. That's like the only reason.
I saw a T-shirt one time that said, "I'm sorry for what I said during Mario Kart."
I actually saw that.
That's good.
I saw that written on a cake, which I thought was entirely appropriate. All right, so what do we have? What do we have today?
Well, I'm just. This is the start of a holiday weekend and the start of a brand new shining year, so I'm feeling a little like Stitch.
Yes.
Right there. And I am ringing out 2021 and ringing in 2022 with Rainbow Tinkerbell, which I believe is entirely appropriate.
She looks surprised.
You know what's crazy is I can't find mine. I haven't seen mine in a long time.
Oh, dear.
Oh, I'll put it over here this time.
I do.
I
love
probably
this
need
one.
to clean this room.
And I got an Animal Crossing T-shirt from Richard for Christmas.
Nice.
Which I'm very excited. Lots of Animal Crossing
There were
happened.
some themes, and I am definitely, and I promise to stop talking about Animal Crossing because this is not an Animal Crossing stream, but I am
Yes,
definitely
it
not.
kind of is, though.
I'm not on board with that promise at all.
I'm definitely not running around my village with green hair and a Princess Peach crown on. I would not do that.
Why
You
not?
so would. Okay, so everybody make sure, and we're going to say hello to everybody in the chat here in just a second. So make sure and populate that list. Give us all a shout in the excuse me, yes, Tricky Bricks roll call. Sound off in the chat.
Your mom thinks I should grow a handlebar mustache.
Hi, Mom, by the way. So check that. So while we're waiting for everybody to say hello, I wanted to show you. I was on Twitter, and one of my favorite 3D printing people, Uncle Jesse, tagged me in a tweet. This fella who does 3D printing stuff created this awesome Lego ring, brick ring, and it does in fact
It's in
connect
system.
well in system. So you can put a 1x2, you can put a minifig on there, you can put a jump plate and put a single thing on there, whatever. But I printed my very first one this morning right before the show in Amy Double D's Blood of My Enemies trans red filament.
I love that so much. Please
It's
If I
make
got
it.
you my ring size, is there any way it would?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to actually be printing a bunch of these up, and I will be having them. And he made them in multiple sizes. So this one is the biggest one, and it's actually a little bit too big for me. It fits on my pointer finger, but not on any of the other ones. It's too big. But he had originally made this for his son for Christmas. And then it was so the reaction was so big online that he went and made a whole bunch of different sizes. So I will definitely be printing these up. And if anybody wants one, you can send me your ring size and I can say.
Ooh, I know how we could figure out sizes.
How's that?
You could make your sizes and then we could trace the inside on a piece of paper all side by side and then email that to people and they could say, that's my size.
Sure.
Well, you can download.
That doesn't sound complicated at all.
Not at
No,
all.
if you search online, they already have ring size gauges online.
There you go.
These online ring makers.
Well, so
Or just go to like a Target or Walmart and go to their little fashion area and just do their little sizer and then write down, walk out, right?
yeah, and I have lots of different colors of filament now, so I'm super excited to print these up in all different colors. So
I find it amusing that you guys know way more about rings than I do.
All right, well, let's say hello to everybody. We've got Abby the Brick Squirrel is here. Alexander 23Z. Apples is here from Europe. Hello. Brickaroo Bonsai. Chris and Jaden, Happy New Year, Chalice. And it's closer to New Year to them than it is for us right now.
It's true.
Darren Siegfried, Debo Bricks, my
Elise
mom.
Johnson.
My mom is here. Hello, Mom. Fabufan MKE, Gary Mullane, Heather Mraz, Holly is here somehow.
From very
Hooded
far
One.
away, Hooded One.
Hooded One is here. John Luttrell and Vicky, hello. Johnny Cat, hi Johnny, how's it going?
Matthew builds bricks is here.
MinifigChick, Monica Berry, and Moto, the Emscapades. We've got Socks Rule, I agree, especially because our apartment is like 3 degrees inside. We've got Spot Magic Ninja is here. Bonsoir Wilfred, bonsoir and Happy New Year. And Wyatt Builds. And of course, Zarakino, Kim, wherever you may be, welcome, welcome. Hello, Happy New Year to all of you. Awesome. Well, let me see. I've got 4.5 hours to New Year's, says Wilfred.
I got to do a little mea culpa here. Flynn mentioned it's cold. I'm mixing stripes and plaids.
Oh,
Just right out in the open, I'm mixing stripes and plaids.
You didn't have to show it.
You
for
didn't.
shame.
Yeah,
For shame.
that could have been a secret.
Yeah, that could have just kept that to yourself.
That's all right. I'll wear it proudly.
I'm trying to see if I've got. Oh yeah, check it out. I think this is actually perfect for my red jewel ring. I have Wanda. I could put Wanda.
Oh
on.
yeah.
Right. I mean, it kind of deserves.
You could wear that while driving, and if anyone is in your way, Wanda could cast a spell on
There you
them.
go. There you go. Whoa. I
Whoa.
got a little too excited there. But anyway, yeah, fun. All right. So we have got. So I thought we would talk a little bit today about what has happened in Lego in the past year, and it's been a lot. I gotta say.
Yeah, how much time do we have?
I know.
right?
I know.
What hasn't happened?
What
Weren't
hasn't
there,
happened?
There were about 836 sets that each had 20,000 pieces.
Actually, there are 950, according to Brickset.
Whoa.
950 Lego sets this year.
That's crazy.
And that includes, polybags, Duplo, like all of it.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, this is that's crazy. That's
Thanks, Wilfred.
a crazy amount of sets to come out. I am shocked. And then I think there's probably going to be more than that in 2022, and all of them are coming out tomorrow.
Or in the next couple of weeks, because they're not all January 1st releases. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of Casablanca. It's like, I'm shocked, absolutely shocked that there's Lego in this establishment.
Exactly. Well, we will be now. It's funny because this will be the first time we'll be doing a stream all together 2 days apart, because we'll be back again on Sunday to talk about looking forward to 2022 and what people ended up getting at the store tomorrow. I really, really want that modular so bad, but we're not going to talk about that now. We're going to talk about that on Sunday.
So, Holly, Wilfred is very curious to know if you have all 950 of those sets.
Absolutely not. No, I'm still trying to procure stuff from 2018. I'm way behind.
Wait, you don't have the Duplo Clarence Caterpillar and Friends gift set? Come on, Holly. Get it together.
I'm trying.
You're slipping.
Socks Rule, will the stores actually have stock of the new Lego? Absolutely. I know they will, because I've already seen some stores having them out already.
Well, I have seen news reports on my Facebook that said that some people's stores didn't get their deliveries. So
Some people, like
Ours
Lego
did.
store?
Yeah.
like Lego store didn't get their
Oh.
delivery. I think that's our local one here.
What?
Yeah, and that it's just delayed a little bit, so everyone's holding their breath.
Well, personally, I'm going to be waiting until we get a double points weekend for the modular, because it's going to be around for a while. So,
Yeah, I always wait a while for those, because even if they sell out, like you said, they're gonna come back and they're gonna be around. So
Is
I don't.
there anything
panic.
that we have to get the first day, do you think?
I think the Lunar New Year sets are the ones that you
Oh,
want to
yes.
swipe up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Because those may not be on the shelf for a long time, right?
Exactly. Probably not made in as much quantity. Probably won't make as many reruns. Won't be around for as long of a duration. They're going to be really popular, lots of unique pieces, and we're all fans of Justin Ramsden. So
Yes.
those are the ones to get.
So, all right. Well, we can talk about all these new things on today. Today is about looking back. So let's talk a little bit about what we got in the last year. So our last year's modular was the police station, which was, I don't think, entirely popular for a multitude of reasons. Which we don't need to go into, but there were, I didn't see a lot of love, I gotta say, for that particular
it'll
set.
look great in people's city collection.
Although I did hear, I heard a lot of people saying that they wanted to pick it up and then turn it into something else.
That was
It
me.
has a lot of really good variety of pieces, I think, like piece choice in it.
Yeah.
So
I live one loft.
And it's so funny because I'm looking back at and I'm on Brickset right now, kind of looking at it and going, oh, wow, was that this year? So we got the launch of the botanicals line, the bonsai tree and the flower bouquet. Is that crazy? That doesn't seem like it was this year. It seems like it's been out forever.
I have no sense of time anymore. You could tell me anything came out this year, I would believe you. You're like, remember when Fabulam was released this year?
Yeah,
Like, that sounds right.
Now Randall knows something about this next set that came out this year.
Oh yes, another set that came out this year was the Adidas or Adidas, if you are in the European region. Shoe came out, and Randall and Cyrita had a chance to do a really amazing event where they did like a giant shoe, right? And then you decorated it.
That's right. And the interesting thing about that set even is that when it first came out, I wasn't even stunting it. I was like, okay, like it's a shoe. Fine. So, here we are. So yeah, it worked out.
It's a shoe. But that's great. Well, I loved what you did. Oh, bye, Mom. Mom's taking off. We'll see you later. I know she's like, oh, they're going to start talking about super nerdy Lego stuff. I get it. I get it, Mom. I love you. Happy New Year. We spoke earlier.
This was a big year for TV photographing sets, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got a lot of TV sets, but I do want to take a moment to point out I know for me and for a lot of people here, two very significant sets that came out this year. The first one was the Everyone is Awesome set that came out right around Pride. And then the other one was the Queer Eye set.
Yep.
And I know, very great, awesome. Everything is awesome, and everyone. And I know, like, maybe the Queer Eye set wasn't to everyone's taste, and maybe they weren't fans of the show or how whatever. But I think that the significance of those sets being put out it's immeasurable. Like it was like a huge deal. So really excited to have had that happen this year.
Well, I don't watch Queer Eye. I watched maybe the first season when it came out. So it is significant for me for what it is, but I was over the moon about Everyone is Awesome. I don't think you could make a more inclusive set than that. And not just LGBTQIA, like Everyone is Awesome is such a great message.
Yeah. So that was fun. That was what a great thing to have happen this year. Let's see. We got Debo says that the QE set is on sale online for $20 off. So pretty awesome. Oh, and triple VIP points. Oh my goodness. Okay, and it says queer on a Lego box.
So it does.
That's pretty cool.
Like if you don't take anything else away from that, that's huge.
It's true. There's not queer Levi's, there's not a queer Switch, there's queer Lego.
Well, Animal Crossing is arguably Well, I mean, I'm just saying.
Because your village
you know
is
what,
fun
though?
girlfriend.
They do.
That's kind of in the same vein as Lego, right? Like it is what you make it. That's the
Yeah,
beauty.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Although, there are two. Oh, no, I can't go down this rabbit hole. Anyway.
Well, that was
Squirrel.
a near miss there.
A near miss. It's true. So sorry. Back to what we were talking about. So we had we definitely had those two sets that came out. We had the like you were talking about with the TV shows. We got the Seinfeld set and the Friends Apartments. So like two other big TV show sets.
Whoa, look what you just passed by here. I didn't see that. Go up a little more.
What's that?
Look at that 11013 creative transparent bricks.
Yes,
yeah.
there was.
I didn't know that was a set.
It's just a box of bricks, but yeah, I have a couple.
But all transparent. That's cool.
That's pretty cool. By the way, I've swapped out Wanda for a candle now. I'm just going to keep switching it out as we go through.
Awesome.
Yeah, so those were big things. We got Lego crossovers with Target and with Levi's, and of course with Adidas. Right? We had. I mean, that is a big spreading of the wings. I feel like Lego really spread their wings this year as far as working with other people and working towards some more inclusivity and things like that. So that's been very nice.
Well, I think the Target line is super fun and super colorful clothing. And it doesn't it's so colorful. It doesn't say the word Lego all over it, but it has such a great vibe.
Just kind of perfect. Again, that's kind of my zone there, because I don't like to wear branded, whatever.
My wife doubled down on the Target run.
Right on.
Is there anything that y'all wanted to get from Target that you weren't able to get? I wasn't able to get the puffer coat.
No,
The puffer coat was hard to get. I had to get one for somebody else, and was had to be Johnny on the spot to get a particular size. And there was only one item. I had a couple of wish lists that I was working on, and there was one item again for somebody else I wasn't able to get, but I got. I was throwing elbows to get the rest of it. So
I love that you're looking around at the giant pile.
I know, exactly.
let's just say I have a very large box I have to get to Denmark somehow.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. All right.
This is kind of one of my favorite things, though. The little
Yay!
bag.
Yeah.
That is so cute.
So cute.
The
I don't know what I can maybe fit my phone in it, but it's cute. Yeah.
Well, so we also
the Snow People accessories. It was 5 Targets were sold out, and I found 2 pieces left in one. It was really
in
hard.
my opinion, hands down, the best Lego Target thing was those Snow Person kits. Those things are
Absolutely.
awesome.
I feel like for Lego fans, that was the holiday purchase of the year.
Well, and you know who did great things with it?
Roger.
People did great things with it. Blair did great things with it, and Yano did amazing stuff with the Snow Persons. That's combining them with lots of really with actual system bricks and stuff.
And I got scooped on a build. You know how you get scooped on a build? You're like, I'm going to do this thing and it's going to be great. And then you go online and someone has already made a Lego rabbit coming out of the Snow character's hat.
That was Blair. Oh, it was Blair did one, and Spot the Magic Ninja did one.
Okay. I think I saw one from somebody else too. So that's obviously a pretty common idea.
Well, what are you going to do with a giant hat?
Spot did one, and it's awesome.
So Axel Plate was saying no Targets in Europe and wants a plushy spaceman. Now, I don't think there's been some conversation. I don't think all of these items at Target are necessarily Target exclusives. Like the plushies are rumored that they'll make an appearance at the Legolands and stuff too. So keep an eye out there for some of those things, for some of those items.
Hey, PT, how's it going? So 2021 was also an amazing year for Lego Ideas sets.
Yep.
We got the blacksmith shop.
Mm-hmm.
We got Winnie the Pooh. We got the typewriter.
Three of my very favorite sets this year.
Yeah, I mean, and the Home Alone set.
Yep.
Grand Piano was this year, wasn't it?
What was?
No.
Grand
Piano was last year.
Piano was last year. We also, so in the music line this year, we got the Fender Stratocaster,
Yes.
which was cute. And then, of course, the Seinfeld set was also an ideas set. But I really think like my favorites were the Blacksmith Shop, Winnie the Pooh, the Typewriter, and the Home Alone set were, I think, standouts of those sort of like 6 ones were great.
Well, I know I said this at the time, but I'd like to see the front opening mechanic of the Home Alone set be, I'd like to see that appear in modulars.
Yeah, I would too. Hey, Shy, how's it going? Shy time is my time is here. Welcome, friend. So let's see, what else did we get? I'm kind of scrolling through.
Well, we got video this year, right?
Was that this year?
I'm not sure, but you know,
Again, not surprised
this year. One of our the Tricky Bricks Tricky Lug favorite character of 2021, Liz, was introduced this year, which I will be forever grateful for Liz. We got, let's see, I'm looking through. There's so many. I'm just kind of like scrolling through the pages trying to find. So can anybody else think of any notable ones? I'll get to some right now. I'm in the pop bag section. So trying to scroll through those. Were there any exceptional sets that you got this year that were really, the Logan poly bag happened this year. It was a big Tricky Lug year in Lego. And yes, video was this year, says Debo.
Wow.
I would say as far as breaking records for part count, this year was pretty stunner. You had World Map, which part count wise, it's massive. And then
My daughter got that for Christmas, and it's like the first Lego set. She's sorry, Randall, what are you saying?
No, I'm sorry. You go ahead.
But yeah, so my daughter hasn't really been into Lego for quite some time, but she expressed interest in that world map like all year. She brought it up a few times, so she got that for Christmas, and she's already like almost halfway through with it.
No, that's great.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
I was going
I
to say
think about that one, like people who like puzzles would love a build like that.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that's what
world
she's
map,
doing too. She's doing each section, and then she's just putting each section in a pile so that she can actually put it together like a puzzle when she's all done.
Oh, that's cool.
That's smart.
That's a great activity.
Wow, that would be an awesome geography class project.
Exactly.
Well,
That's why she likes it, because she likes geography.
Well, then of course we all know what the biggest piece count set was of the year.
Was it the Coliseum?
Titanic, I believe.
That's what I was talking about.
Of course.
The world map was higher.
World Map has more pieces in it, more elements.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
Wouldn't have thought.
World Map is over 110,000. No, it's 11,000 plus.
11,000.
And Titanic is 9,000 plus.
Holy bananas! Oh my goodness.
But as far as like models, Titanic takes the cake, I think.
Yeah, like size-wise, absolutely.
And then following it right after the Titanic, the UCS at Ninjago City Gardens, Barcelona, the stadium. I mean, we've got some mega sets coming out this year.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think whoever decided that the Titanic model should break in half should win an award. I think it's, I mean, that's like, you didn't have to do that. They could have taken off the top or something else.
We also saw the release and start, even though it was a little bit rocky, of the Bricklink designer program this year, and the first round and second round of sets.
Yeah, I guess I don't really count it as a first because they already they did a trial run a couple of years back. But I guess technically now that Bricklink's owned by Lego, it's not ADP anymore. It's like renamed and tuned up and
exactly
process. Yeah.
And we did, and that one had a castle, right? And then we also got the 3-in-1 medieval castle as well, which was a fun set.
Castle came back. Castle came back, and if you're a Marvel fan, I think probably you're really excited about the Daily Bugle.
Oh yes, another big set.
Yep. If you're a Star Wars fan,
I'm rolling my eyes at Daily Bugle because for the longest time it was so hard to get, and then when it was finally available in stores which I visited, there's other stuff I had to buy because it was on sale, like Monkey Kid stuff. So it's just the stars ain't lining up just yet. For me
it'll come back. I feel you on that because that was one that I had to sort of wait and be patient with as well. I was sort of glad it went out of stock because I was like, okay, good, because I couldn't really afford that and whatever else.
Exactly.
Yes, and then it came back in stock right as the holiday promos hit, and I finally bit. I was like, with the vintage camera and everything, that I was like, all right, this is the one to get now, and it was kind of the main one still left on my wish list. But I know what you mean. I was hesitant. I was like, I have to get it now.
Man.
That's how they get you.
I was going to say the original trilogy from Star Wars, people went nuts over the gunship too when it was released. I remember that. That was like a bonkers release as well.
Yeah. I wasn't interested, but
it's not my thing. But I remember that it was, if you were a original trilogy or more Clone Wars animated series fan, that was like a must get kind of opening day purchase for those fans.
It was wild too because there were a lot of things that was like the summer. It was a summer release, and there was like all the new wave of summer sets and stuff came out, and I expected like everything to be sold out, and I remember that being like the first thing that was sold out. And I was like, really, of all things,
it's Star Wars
still available.
It's Star Wars.
Star Wars over castles. That who knew?
There were moments of madness this year too. I mean, wasn't there super controversy about the rollout of a Star Wars ship?
There's always super controversy about the rollout of a Star Wars ship. Come on.
Every time there's a big Star Wars thing, there's always 9 million hot takes about, like, for example, so I'm building the AT-AT with my son, and my son put together one of the joints incorrectly, and it's one of those unreversible connections.
Oh no.
It wasn't that bad. I just took out my little multi-tool blade, and I just slid under the lip, and it popped right out, and we were fine. And everybody's up in arms about how it's non-reversible. I can tell you, it took 5 seconds to reverse. It didn't damage the element. It was no big deal.
Some people are just up in arms about being up in arms.
Exactly.
I know. I remember. So when I was building the truck the other day, I remember you guys were saying that there was some rumor about that not being like stable or something, but it's fine. Like I built it, was like, there's nothing wrong with this. It's fine. I don't know.
There was a brief shining moment where everyone lost their minds about the Amelia Earhart tribute plane.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was really cool.
That's cool.
There were a couple of really good
reminder
purchases this year. But yes, so now, thank you for the reminder, Kara. It is time for the final pause that refreshes of 2021. That's right, friends. It is, and believe me, there'll be plenty in 2022. But for now, this is the last Logan Cookie Time of 2021. Logan Cookie Time. There he is. Oh my goodness, he is on a rampage. He is on a rampage.
Say hi to everyone.
Hi. Yay, Logan. Hey, stay up here.
Okay, see, right there.
Good boy. And one more, because he's so good and so cute.
Okay, let's see. I don't know if he can do this on camera. Let's see. Okay, stay. No.
Oh, so close.
Well, when he's not up on the table, he can catch it in his mouth.
Now he's like, there's that one on the floor. Give me the one on the floor. So yes, that will be. And just think, you'll get another Logan Cookie Time in just a mere 48 hours. So very exciting.
Oh, look who else it is.
Of course, we have Skittles. Hello, Skittles.
There's only one left. So it's the last treat on Logan Cookie Time. It's for you. Thank you.
Yay, Skittles.
She's so calm.
And that has been Logan Cookie Time.
Oh, Splishy and
Splashy are making their final appearance of the year.
I have Splishy and Splashy condensation time. Because they've been chilling out for so long with no future. They're really sweating the details today.
And that has been Logan Cookie Time. Oh, and hello to our friend Zise, who's out there in the chat. Hello.
You know what else happened this year was an amazing collaboration between Flynn and Yano River Blue. Flynn helped with the soundtrack for some amazing animations. Right?
Oh, yes, that was this year too. That's right. Yes, our opening animation and our Logan Cookie Time animation and viewer mail. Oh, well, we still have to do the viewer mail, but we can do that a little bit later. Boy, howdy. But oh my goodness, yeah, it has been crazy.
I have to ask you, this was the first year that Lego did Lego Con.
Yes.
So what did you guys think about Lego Con looking backwards now it's had a little bit of time to cool off?
Well, I'll tell you my favorite part of it. Was being in it.
Well,
being in it was super fun. But watching Brickmaster Amy and other people at Lego House describe their amazing new mosaic collaboration on the wall. Seeing the way her eyes sparkled because she was so excited about this new massive collaboration really condensed a lot of what Lego is about for me. This just, I loved that moment. That was great. And then the mosaic turned out so beautiful.
Yeah, it was really cool. I don't know. I mean, I know it was, again, highly controversial and everybody, at least I should say it was highly controversial among AFOLs who it was clearly not made for.
Right. Yeah.
But still.
That's what I was going to say is I really have not much of an opinion about it because it didn't feel like it was targeted at me,
I was going to complain about the rollout of the Star Wars ship, but then I was so upset by Lego.
But still, I think it was for what it was meant to be.
Yeah,
it succeeded.
I think the main reason people were had to have strong opinions about it one way or the other is just because everybody's hurting so bad for cons, and so if you call it a Lego con, people have this the expectation in their head, and it wasn't that.
Right.
I think that's mainly all it was. Really, people want cons. They want Lego conventions, and in lieu of that, it's there's nothing else that can really take its place.
Well, we also this year started seeing the return of conventions. And I think, am I right? Moto and Randall probably went to a number of them, didn't you?
Went to a couple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. I went to, the Bricknick, which you guys went to.
Right. That was a blast.
That was so much fun.
That was so fun. Outdoors Lego fun.
That was in Portland. Since we couldn't do a full-on Bricks Cascade convention this year, and so they basically had just an AFOL only cookout. So rented out picnic areas and
now it was supposed to be.
They still had
only
tables
messaged and privately held just for Portlandia area people, but some of us managed to stick our foot in the door.
It's true.
And sneak in.
Anybody could still register just like a regular convention.
It wasn't publicly advertised at all, though.
Right.
Word of mouth thing.
Yeah. And it was all outside, so it was very comfortable.
It felt safe and just full of love and Lego fun.
Yep.
Yeah, it was more about connecting. Even though there were tables set up for you to display mocks, it was definitely way more about just reconnecting with the community than showing things off to the public.
Yeah, and I went to the first Brick Rodeo, which replaced Brick Fiesta in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
I also went to Brick Slopes. Both of those were really cool because I'd never been to a Lego convention before this year.
Yeah, it's a big year for you, Moto.
Yeah.
And then the traveling Brickfest Live, the one in the Denver area, Colorado Springs. I went to that. Yeah, I definitely did too many cons. I've learned my lesson well. I gotta take it back to maybe just two.
Sure.
That's how you do it. I don't know if you guys did the same thing like your first year. I did the same thing. 2018 was kind of my first year exploring, getting involved in the Lego community. And I went to con after con after con. I hadn't really planned it that way. It's just how it works out, right? Because you go to a convention and you meet people and then you hear about the next convention and you're like, oh, that sounds fun. Why not? I had some time off between films. So it's just like the stars aligned, and it was, it was
That's
a
really
really good like first exposure to the Lego community. But after 2018, man, I was like, yeah, I think I can maybe pick like 2 or 3 a year at most.
Randall, did you go to a lot of events or
Just Brick Fair VA, and then a couple of Brick World events in Milwaukee and Detroit. And in Milwaukee, that was like a sitcom cameo type of thing. I was in there for like a few minutes, and then I drove back down to Chicago. So
cameo, I love it. Was there a laugh track when you walked on and applause?
yeah, all that. You know how it goes. You know how it goes.
it's like you made a guest appearance on Sesame Street, one of the famous people doing a little song and dance number, and then you were out, huh?
Randall, I'm curious. Moto was a man about town on multiple streams and was widely known in the Lego community from his activities online and like that. I met you after seeing you on Lego Masters. How has your life in Lego changed over the last year? A lot happened, right?
A lot happened. Yeah, it was a busy year. I would say, if anything, like it just afforded me, similar to what Holly said, just meeting people across the community, which is something that I've always been curious about. Like, how do you get in? Like where do you go, and how do you introduce yourself and talk to people and all that type of stuff. Not that in the context of Lego and stuff like that. I have right. So that's been the biggest dividend, I would say. So I've just been looking forward to connecting with people and interacting with people. There was this funny incident in Brick Fair VA where this young woman, she was like, oh yeah, I was there with Philip, and she was talking to us in the line when we were picking up our badges, and she's like, oh yeah, I hear Lego Masters are gonna be here, and me and Philip just looking.
Yeah, they probably are.
Right, and then we go to our table.
I can tell you for sure they are.
Right, we were standing right next to you.
Yeah, cool. And so we went to our table where we were designated to be, and then she ran over. She was like, "Oh, like y'all are the Lego Masters." Like, she's like, "Oh my god!" So it's just stuff like that. But it's nothing that I really took and continue to take like that serious. It just affords me, like I said, to meet people like all y'all on this stream. So it's been great.
That's awesome.
I have the same reaction, Randall, where when I was hanging out with season 1 folks, it's like they got recognized immediately. And then like with Boone, like we're shopping for luggage because one of my pieces of luggage like completely destroyed itself. And then all these people are walking up to Boone all the time, like, are you Boone from Lego Masters? Because his voice, he has a very particular voice.
Yeah.
He's really tall.
I was gonna say he's also like 10 feet tall. So he's easy to spot.
Well, he's not Philip large, but he's really big. And then they come over, he's like, oh yeah, good to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, by the way, this is Moto. He's on Lego Masters 2 from season 2. And they're very polite, like, oh, that's nice to meet you. And then they talk to me.
Well, wait a second. So Moto wasn't that in Portland?
Yeah.
Well, Boone's like a
that's Boone's territory.
He's a native son. He's he gets extra points for that.
Brick Fair VA this year was cool because that was the largest clutch of Lego Masters that have been in one place from season 1 and season 2. So it was cool to meet, Jessica and Corey and Manny and everybody else that was there.
We'll get to meet in person one day, Randall.
One day. I'm going to
I'm telling you, it's Chicago or bust.
Oh, it may be a bust for us, but we'll see. Oh. I would love to go to Chicago. But like we were talking about choosing our events carefully. It's like we've got Bricks LA, Bricks Cascade, and then Scareback / Lego House. So
that's the big one. You guys
that's really the big one, yeah.
Yep.
So
I get it, Party Pooper, but I get it.
Yeah.
For season 2, it's going to be Chicago, and for season 1, that's my 2 for the year is Brick Cascade. Because that's 1 and 2 in a nutshell. That's the great meeting points. So
I'm getting anxious because like I haven't really been. It's been kind of my agenda to get through sets this year because I've run out of room. You guys, go ahead and laugh it up, Paul. Yeah. But I've run out of room. So like for real, I really need to get through some of these sets and build these sets. So that's been kind of my agenda. And I haven't been mocking this year because I haven't had the events. And all of a sudden it's like Bricks Cascade is right around the corner. I'm like, gosh, can I even build anymore? I don't even know.
I'm feeling it.
You can, and you will.
Yeah.
You will.
I guess for you guys, like if you go around, what was the most amazing thing you built? If you were to highlight the one thing that you put together this year.
Well, mine's easy.
Richard,
I haven't done much, but I will say, and also in like
it can be a set. It doesn't have to be a mock. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. Because I was going to say I think between the two, still my favorite because it was such a highlight of my year was the Wolf Walkers. Even though it's a small build,
Yeah,
the movie was so perfect and moving. I always get really, really excited for a creative or for a Cartoon Saloon movie, so I was really looking forward to it, and it was like beyond my expectations. And then I made that little Wolf Walker mosaic. And that's like one of those ideas. It's just so perfect where it just like pops in your mind and you can, and it just came together so quick. And it was just, so that's my favorite experience overall for the year.
I think for me, for the two of us together, it was our sunken ship.
I got it. That's the one I was going to pick.
Yeah, the sunken ship. And then for me, like personally, was my my Lego Disney Habitats stack that we did for the Habitat Challenge with Brick Fam Builds with Jen. That one, I had so much fun with those. And I like reignited my love for vignettes and that sort of like small form building. Because, you know, like you do Lego Masters and then you feel like everything you do has to be huge. And, you know, it doesn't, which, you know, so it took some time to get that through my head. But yeah.
You know why I liked that sunken ship so much is we haven't been mocking together much this year.
No,
right? We've just been so busy and trying to, you know, get back in the swing of planet Earth and all that. And we're going to be mocking together a lot in the coming years. So it was like a really nice warm up, and it was reassuring that we have that, you know, language together.
That's what we're working on.
Yeah, and we're actually we're gonna also do the we're also gonna be of course sharing our journey to I should say the road to Lego House with you is what I'm titling our upcoming streams, Road to Lego House, where we're gonna be doing live mock streams.
Which I got to say, I have a little bit of, I won't call it anxiety, but I'll call it stage fright. Because I know
I'm a little nervous
how many times I place this one brick here and then over here and then over here. And okay, there's the stream.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll have to do some prep for those. But yeah, we will be doing those on upcoming streams in the next year, is building our piece that we're going to be taking to the Lego House live on stream.
Oh yeah, Alexander is reminding us about the Ikea collab.
What about that Ikea thing? That thing was magical.
This year?
I think it was.
That sounds like it was.
I think it was.
Oh, this has been a long year.
Yeah, I'm like,
I have to say the Ikea one. Oh man, that one when I first saw it, I got angry. I got so mad because I was like, "You guys beat me to it." I had this like beautiful Moto white thing on top of the Ikea box all planned out, and then you blew it away, and I'm like, damn it, it's gone. It's erased off the face of this earth because you killed it.
Oh, that one was that's fun. Right. I forgot that was because that was early in the year. I think like in like January or February. I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I loved that one too.
Do you remember 20 years ago when you worked on that Ikea project thing?
Yeah. Well, I gotta say the pinnacle of that for me, and now you're saying like what's the most amazing thing, and I think it really, like, I loved our ship, but that one was, I think the most amazing one I saw was at one of the, because that got shared to Ikeas around the world, and a lot of the Ikeas from around the world like posted it on their social media, and I can't remember which it was, but one of them had actually, like, it looked like it was straight out of an Ikea catalog. Like it had the logo and had like the words printed on it, and it looked like a magazine page. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. It was really, really cool.
It was in the before times. You be speaking to true. Right.
Will you highlight this for a second?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Spot the Magic Ninja, I want a giant billboard a la Nike's Just Do It that says exactly this. You can mock without an event.
True. Some of
It's
us just
possible.
need the extra pressure for motivation.
I
That's
need
all.
the deadline and knowing there's going to be people
No.
like that I know
I'm taking a note
standing
right
there.
now.
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna
just the
make a
deadline for me. That's all I need. Yeah, just
Do
give
you
me.
guys mind if I
I've said
make
that
a
about
shirt?
work too. Like when I do freelance work, it's like, just tell me when you need it. Like
Yeah.
I don't do well with micromanaging time. Everybody
Yeah.
knows I'm like the worst procrastinator. It's like, just give me a deadline and I'll get it done.
I might have you beat on that, Holly.
No way.
Well,
No way.
I will definitely say for me, like as far as like not mocking this year, and I don't want to get like too heavy or anything, but like I started a job again, like where I'm out of the house, so I don't have that kind of time.
Oh yeah, this was the year I learned to cook again.
And yeah, exactly. And I I struggled a lot with my mental health this year, a lot with depression. And I found, like what they say about depression, not enjoying the things that you used to love is 100% true. And it wasn't that I didn't enjoy it when I was doing it. It was actually getting the energy and the motivation up to actually do it.
Yeah.
Cause I just was like, there was a lot between like doing this show and like moving over to Twitch with the raid train and then a job and then, mental health issues. It was very difficult.
And this is an art. So if you don't have that spark, if there's not a spark for it, then it's just a slog, right? Like I've experienced that too, where it's like I'll try. If I try to force myself, and like I said, I have so many half-finished little builds around my table because I'll try to do the build challenge or whatever it is, and I get going on it, and I just don't feel it. I'm like, it's not working, and I don't have that like internal motivation to kind of like get through it because I'm not as inspired or whatever. And at that point I'm like, if I'm not enjoying it, why am I doing this? I'd rather do something else that I do enjoy. But then once, like I said, that's kind of why something like the Wolfwalkers thing or something that like triggers it or sparks it, whatever it is, that's when all of a sudden the light bulb goes off and then you're like, it's, that's when you can enjoy it, but you can't force it.
Right.
And suddenly it all becomes easy. It's like, why was this so hard?
Right.
Well, I totally get it.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Cara, what was your Lego life like in 2021? And how does that compare to what you hope for in 2022?
Well, I have to say, I enjoyed a lot of the smaller sets this year, like the Mickey Mouse ones with the airplane and the astronaut.
I wanted that.
The Amelia Earhart. I love this sailboat gift. They were just really delightful things to build.
Yeah.
Next year, I'm hoping to build bigger things and do some more mocks. I did almost no mocks this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was definitely difficult going in and out of, I mean, gosh, it's been what, 2 years now? Yeah. We are almost at the 2-year mark of this show, which is crazy. In March, we will have been doing this show for 2 years and like an outrageous number of episodes that we've like already like shot past 600 episodes, which is nuts.
Crazy.
We just had someone wish us Happy New Year from 2022. Where is this person calling from?
Probably Australia or New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand.
No, right. Well, Happy New Year.
Right on. And what is 2022 like? Tell us.
Brickscene. Yeah, Brickscene. He's awesome.
Do tell us their fortune.
And so just real quick, I did want to, and again, not to be too heavy, but I think this is very real. Like Minifig Nick says, I feel guilt if I don't create, which brings my mood down even lower, but sometimes it's so hard to even lift a brick. I am 100% there with you. That was absolutely my cycle. I would be like, I really need to do this, but I'm not doing it. And now I feel guilty for not doing it. And now that makes me feel worse. And now I can't, and it gets into be a cycle. And I know there are other people out there who this happens to. And I just want you to know that you're not alone. And that it can be really difficult at times. And then sometimes, you just, I don't know, you kind of have to push through it, and that's easy to say. But sometimes you just have to, try and put those bricks together if you can.
And that's why I like building sets, because like this kind of just takes me back to how it started, right? Like I started with just building sets, and then you build the sets, and then you see parts that inspire you, and you're like, oh, I could make something else with this. And that's like, if you just kind of keep doing it, they say the same thing about drawing, although I've gotten out of that habit as well. But it's like, if you just keep drawing something, eventually something happens. You kind of have to just keep at it.
Yeah.
But not to the point of your misery. I mean, if you don't feel like doing it, for whatever, right. I mean, some people, I guess, have to kind of push through it to get to that next level. It's kind of like jogging. People say if you just, it's like horrible at first, but if you keep going, it gets like easier. I've never experienced that.
I haven't gotten past it's horrible.
Cheer up, Van Gogh. Van Gogh.
Yeah, and Brick Jedi, you are absolutely not alone. It is not just you. There's it's been that way for a lot of us. And I will say though that there is that element of, like, for me anyway, I feel like if I had a convention to be working towards,
yes,
it might have been a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly.
But Spot is absolutely right. You don't have to have that to mock. So
right, that was what I was saying though. It's like it's just different things motivate. There's different motivations for people, right? And some people it comes in internally, right? Like you're just inspired by everything around you, and that's amazing. And you if you go, sometimes I go through that phase where everything I look at looks like Lego, but then I go through the phase where it's like there's no internal motivation. I need something else to push me.
Yeah. I had some of that going on too. I have this feeling like that if I'm not currently mocking, and if I am mocking, if I'm not making something that's like astounding, then I'm not a valid AFOL. I'm not. You know what I mean?
But there's the Lego Masters pressure on that as well, right?
I feel it.
Right? Like you feel, I mean, and even if somebody else isn't putting that on you, you kind of put that on yourself. I feel like if it's not absolutely perfect and huge, then it's not worth, doing, because, nobody will care. I don't know.
I sympathize with you there. I can't imagine what that must be like, to feel like you've set the bar and then have to constantly try to like maintain that reputation. I think I can understand that. I can't really relate to it because I don't feel like I have that kind of reputation, but I can imagine what that's like. And that would be hard.
I went on an end of year summary live stream. And one of the things, and I went in not knowing this was going to happen. They were doing these belt challenges. And so they're like, okay, Moto, you have 5 minutes to make a Christmas themed belt. 5 minutes. I was like, okay. And yeah, I put together a little candy cane. Of course, it was okay. It was, got by, but it was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah. I guess
that's what people don't understand
thing.
too, is time is a huge factor. Like what any one human can do in a certain amount of time. There's some things that are just physically impossible, Like, isn't there
5 minutes was rough? I'll tell you that 5 minutes was rough.
Yeah,
because that's like what 2-3 minutes to maybe get a couple elements, and then maybe another 2.5 to put it together.
I mean, just think about like how long it takes to even find a piece. Like,
well, in my collection, your collection. After seeing your collection, Holly, most of it was like Abe Lincoln. Sharpening the saw took 70% of the time, and then cutting the tree down took the last 30.
Yeah, that's rough. And they say there's a rate, right? Isn't there like a rate for laying brick that's like
BPM, bricks per minute, or BPM?
Oh, that arbitrary number that they said on the show. That was like, oh, come on, that's unrealistic to
nobody. You don't
exactly.
You don't build like that in real life.
Exactly.
Right.
It just takes however long it takes.
Right.
So,
well, yeah, no, I mean, competitive speed building, it is a factor, but outside of the
people
context
don't understand. Like, it's like once you get to a certain point, it's physically impossible to, like, even if you have all the ideas in your head, to actually like put the bricks in place like takes
Oh yeah,
time.
you have to be.
Get
You
the
have to
bricks
be.
takes time. Like
Yeah, you have to be blindingly fast to push over 300.
Well, and then
You
if
have
you're
to be crazy.
if you're building a set, personally, like I like to go slow and savor the set. Like,
Yeah.
enjoy
Totally.
building it. I don't want to, I remember one of our first times building with our niece, who's is lovely, but she was just like building the set, and I was like, oh, like let's enjoy this. Like I want to learn. Like I want to know what went into this.
See,
You know?
that's
Okay,
me too.
Flynn.
Like,
Flynn, I will never build a set in front of you because you're going to go in straight on like blue screen death mode. Because my son's about getting it done and efficiency, and when we're pulling like 15-minute bags, you would freak out. I know you would just lose it.
Well, it depends. Like there are some sets where I just want this. Like again, if I'm just clearing the backlog and I'm just trying to get through stuff, sometimes I do tend to just be like, I just want to get it done. But generally, I try to approach every set as like a master class and trying to learn something from it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still sitting here scrolling through Brickset, looking at just the outrageous number of sets that came out this year.
I'll ask Randall. Randall, what was your most favorite piece of 2021?
My favorite piece. I'll answer your question in part about your favorite build. I just finished putting together the Ghostbusters. I think that came out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, put the Ecto one. That was really fun. Similar to what Holly said again. I took several days on purpose to build that one just to understand and learn all the different techniques that they use to achieve like the curvatures and the connection points, like the gunner door, all of that. So like that was probably my favorite set of this year.
What about a custom thing that you worked on?
Alone
or in partnership?
Well, yeah, that aside, I am looking at that rocket that I did for the Leave Me Alone music video. See if I can.
I don't think I've seen that.
You haven't seen that? It's on my Instagram.
Well, I follow your Instagram. Like,
of course you do. Of course you do.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right. I remember this. Yes, it's beautiful.
Yes. So that was fun just to figure the math out and the curvature and make it look, something worth like a rocket. So that was great.
That's awesome.
Ooh, it's hard to do that with dark green too.
There's a lot of dark green.
Like,
yeah. So,
wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. And that's the Elephant Man bones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when I put this together, I was like, wow, I'm really smart. I'm really smart.
All right. I have to break it just because he did that. I'll break it out.
Oh.
Flex.
It was
Flex.
that was a flex.
Flex.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Masterclass. All right. So I'm getting through. Oh, Monkey Kid had a very good year this year too. I will say.
Every year's a good year for Monkey Kid.
Every year's a good
Monkey
year.
Kid had a great year this year.
Yes.
Picking it up every year. It's off the charts right now. But so I'm working on the little Pigsy's food truck right now.
Oh, nice.
And this is just such a cool, inverted style of building where they got studs up and studs down, and this goes kind of on top of this to turn, and then there's going to be a piece to go over this to build up, but to make the bowl, that's pretty clever.
That's exciting. I can't wait to open that.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, I feel like this was another year of a big leap forward in the sort of the detail and the complicated building things in Lego sets. Like I feel like they've kind of taken a step up in both of those.
Yeah, the construction methods have definitely gone up this year, and it was.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
It wasn't. Yeah, normally it's like this slow incremental progress, but for some reason this year notched up.
Well,
I think
I think that by introducing the sort of 18 plus, like the adult line of sets, not only gave adults permission to feel like they could build sets, but gave Lego and the designers permission to do more complicated things geared towards adults.
Absolutely. Yeah, I noticed that too.
And the way things got solved. So I'm thinking back, like just like different things that are kind of tropes, like a mech, right? A mech is kind of a trope in the building community, right? So the Monkey King Warrior mech solved a lot of the joint problems that all mechs have had. But then the Bone Demon came out, and that thing's a freaking transformer, and that blew my mind.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, modular transformer, I guess.
Yeah, but you know how it like all the different little sub animals all of a sudden assemble and stack in this glow in the dark beast. That was, I didn't think there was much more room on that ceiling, but you know, they found a way.
I think it's interesting that they definitely seem less afraid to use unconventional techniques, because I remember even in doing like when you're designing for Lego ideas, you kind of have to keep in mind the end user, right? Like if you're trying to essentially design a product or have a proof of concept, you want to keep in mind what it's going to be like for somebody else to build it. So when I'm putting an assembly together, I can get the pieces together, but then when you go in and you start laying out the instructions, that's when you sort of realize, like at a certain step, that there's a very complicated sort of upside down assembly where you have to kind of hold two pieces. You know, when you start getting into that, you're like, well, Lego designers probably wouldn't let this fly because it's too complex for the end user to understand. But I've seen some pretty darn complex instructions in these sets that it's like, wow, is this really okay for like just the casual build? You know, if this was the first set, like that truck has some really crazy assembly in it, and I'm trying to imagine what it would be like my father-in-law would like love that model. And I thought about getting it for him for Christmas, and then as I was putting it together, I was like, I don't know if he could hang with this, even though he's a really smart guy. It's just so complex that I'm not sure anyone would even. It would be frustrating.
Holly, I'm encountering this right now. Literally encountering it.
Whoa!
What? Write a whole paragraph. Wow.
Yeah, that's intense.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Now you want to tell us about that, Moto?
Sure.
Come on.
Okay,
you want to.
All right. So you guys know I made a spaceship. No surprise, right? So what I've done is I've started to push this further, and I'm doing the Mad Max Interceptor treatment on it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so awesome.
Prepare to be delighted.
But this thing, like Mad Max was pretty tough. This one is kicking my booty. Now, now look at the age range on that.
Trendsetter.
You will want to pour yourself a stiff drink during the building.
Moto, I think it should also have the like kids don't try this at home disclaimer.
Well, here's how bad it gets. In one of the
Whoa.
Oh my God.
That's my number one tip right there.
Pinch, don't press. Pinch, don't press.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh my God.
read the last paragraph.
You may have to use tools. Wow.
You are going to have to build some very tricky connections with some unusual methods. Take a break if you're having a hard time. You may have to use tools.
Wow.
So Holly, I'm ahead of you. Yeah,
I can
just to give
see
you a sense of like how bad this is getting.
Oh man. Yeah, no.
Oh, wait, what was that now? Chain of Custody. This is one of 5 original sets. This is a handcrafted set, 1 of 5. Add your note and signature if you pass it along. Very
that's
good.
awesome.
So yeah, this one is I was at Kinko's, FedEx Kinko's, and getting the spiral bound done.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's like, so why don't you just buy the set? Why are you printing this out? And I'm like, no, this is custom handcrafted, and started to talk about it and stuff. And then He's like, how long did it take? I said, well, the original model took about 2 weeks. And then this instruction manual has taken about 4 weeks
Right.
to lay out everything, get everything right. The math isn't working. I'm overwriting stuff in Studio because I can.
Yeah.
And then now the Bricklink barrage is happening where I'm trying to get all the pieces from across the known universe. Yeah, it's like a logistics nightmare.
So why? I mean, that does beg the question, though. Like, why wouldn't someone just wouldn't like? Who would prefer to? Why wouldn't you just buy the model? 'Cause, I mean,
I was just imagining. Oh, you go. I'm sorry, Holly.
It just something tells me that you probably didn't have end user in mind when you were designing that set. Like, you didn't design
no,
for somebody else to build. So what made you decide it? Was it just people asking for instructions and you're like,
no,
okay, you really want instructions?
So Facebook has this thing where they're like, your memories, and 1 year later, 2 years ago, whatever.
Okay.
So about a year ago, Richard and Flynn and Mel they received their V8 Interceptor and they were putting it together. And and Mel just sent me a beautiful card and note for the holidays, and he's like, man, when I had COVID, it was just me all alone with your set. Thank you so much. And you were on the stream. I was kind of like, you know what? It's going to suck for like 2.5 months. It's going to suck. But at the end of it, or 3 months maybe at this point, but at the end of it, I just remember it brought people so much joy because my dad's all about the financials. Like, how much is each of these costing you? And I told him, he's like, why are you even doing this?
It was a fun and very complicated build, but it was fun because it was complicated.
Well, even unwrapping it, the whole whole experience from seeing, opening the plain wrapper to seeing the box and everything inside
was amazing.
It was a magical experience, and I think you embraced the challenge, Moto.
This was the year where I gained a new perspective on my Lego hobby. So I remember.
Now, would you say that Lego Masters had something to do with that?
Well, this happened kind of during Lego Masters. So I gave each of the cast of Lego Masters a custom little robot build.
Yep.
Okay. Now, it hasn't really been shared. And then the question from one Lego Master person to me was, hey, you should put up the designs for this and sell it. And my answer to them was, not everything should be monetized. Sometimes you do it because it's unique, and it's unique, it's unreproducible, and it's an art form where it's not mass produced. It's the specialness of knowing that there's a limited amount of it out there that makes it more special to the person that gets it.
Right.
Well, so I did that, and then I did. So I guess that's my big thing this year was I finally realized, not everything should be monetized. There should be a thing that I do where it's the uniqueness of it that kind of makes it special, and then that building journey makes it even more beautiful because it's this rare thing, right? So the sets that I make for this, I'll give it to a different set of folks. I won't overlap the. But Flynn, I will get you a set of instructions and the parts because I know you want to build it. So
I'm gonna build it so hard.
if you can get the parts, it's kicking my butt. But if you can get all the elements together, it'll be wonderful.
I think I may have a place I can go that would have parts, but we'll see.
That's another conversation we can have about 2021 as supply chain issues, right?
But in the end, I just came to this realization that sometimes you do something because the enjoyment of the craft and the artistic reason for doing it is the joy of knowing that you've done it.
Yeah.
Or you've received it, right?
A phrase from college comes back. I had no idea how much this would mean to me in my life, but art for art's sake.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't have to have dollars associated to be valid. And it can add so much to the human experience.
In the end of it, that's why I'm doing it. Why am I spending hours over my Christmas break, like putting parts into little bags and into other bags, into multiple bags? I don't know. Because in the end, I guess it'll be wonderful.
But I mean, are you getting enjoyment out of it?
That's the point, right?
Not right now. In the end, I will. Well, you can't see it, but
That's fair.
No, but each copy is taking up about more than 3 gallons of elements.
What?
That's a lot.
Yeah, so I'm almost at the end of it, but
That's
Molly-
so Moto.
Molly, you were saying?
no, I mean, it's like this is just one copy so far. I mean, I'm almost at the end of it, but it's like it's not. It is 2,200 pieces. It's not some little thing.
Right. It's hard on the cover of the instructions to get a sense of the scale.
Oh yeah, and it's got just
it's
a
a
lot of
big
little
piece.
pieces. When it's like, okay, now go grab 121 black Technopins. And you sit there like a brickling store and you're just counting them out.
Yeah.
That's very monotonous, but I've watched a lot of great movies in TV.
There you go.
I had to laugh a couple of minutes ago when you were showing
It's
me
bad when you go
instructions.
to do you see us at as a diversion because you're too tired for your other thing. I'll put it that way. But, yeah.
I had to laugh a moment ago. You were showing the instructions and you said, take a break if it's too much. You may have to use tools. And I was just imagining Kara going and getting her Dremel and blowtorch.
It's totally what I would do.
I'm telling you, for all the FOLs out there, if you don't have a set of hemostats,
Oh yeah.
really these things. Now, if they have them in plastic, it'd be better because steel's a little too hard
Yes.
for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, if you have these, they're a lifesaver. Just to press things down or do the long game.
If you're making big builds, another thing that really helps is aquarium tweezers. They're like this long.
Yeah.
Get way in there.
Do you have some? Oh, Jesus, Moto.
We gave our aquarium tweezers to
Big planes.
a very talented young man who makes giant airplanes. And because he was talking about in his Saturn V rocket that when he was building it, and the thing I think is 9-10 feet tall, that he would drop pieces and there was a collection of pieces in the bottom of the model.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was having problems with the truck with the little pieces that were coming off, and they were going. There's like a whole. I don't know if you guys have seen this truck, but it's pretty crazy.
This is
Like,
on the same
pull
stream
up.
where she said it wasn't a big deal to build.
It was easy to build. It just was. It does have some pretty complex connections and stuff. But there's like a whole engine assembly in here with like moving parts and whatnot. In there, and every now and then I would drop a piece in there or in underneath this chair. Like inside, there's a benched seat,
Wow.
so these doors open and everything. But there's some fiddly bits that would kind of fall up underneath the seat or something, and I felt like I was trying to shake a guitar pick out of a guitar, where it was like.
Yeah, a good pair of tweezers always helps too.
I couldn't even see it though. Was the problem? Is like you just have to jiggle it to. Get the piece out.
I'd like to segue to our next feature by saying I really, given that some things like being overwhelmed by sorting or things like that can take some of the fun away. I started asking myself, what do I love about Lego? And I got to say, especially 2021, one of the things that I loved most about Lego was this, what we're doing right now.
Yep.
Our Sunday group chats, our Friday slideshows. I get so much joy out of it.
We have an amazing community, as we say many times, but it's true.
And I'm reminded of that as Flynn's going through some of the wonderful things that we found at the post office when we just went.
I won't call it a build challenge, but I love those Friday build celebrations.
Yes, they're really
awesome.
fun. And
I don't
we'll be
comment
more
much
of those.
because I'm usually at work or whatnot, but I do. I turn it on and.
Well, we will be announcing the first one of 2022 next Friday on the show. So that will be fun. Now, hopefully this won't be too boring for y'all, but we do have some viewer mail. So I wanted to take a look at the viewer mail that we got. Let me see. Do we have? We do. We have a little animation from Yano. It's viewer mail time. That's right, friends. It's viewer mail time. Now, as I mentioned, we had a full box of things. But first of all, I want to share. This isn't actually viewer mail, but this I got this for Christmas from my friend Dave, who you've heard me talk about on the show before. And I was so excited because it's the funny thing is when this came out, multiple people messaged me saying this thing is out, and I was like, I can't afford it. Like I can't bring myself to spend that much on that thing, and so my friend kindly got it for me. But Citizen
yes,
minifigure.
Is that your minifig for today? Please tell me it is.
Yes, it is. That is my minifig for today.
What did they call it?
What is it?
What did they call it? What's the
There's
name?
not a sticker on it, but I think it's called Escape Enthusiast.
Nice. Okay.
It's not wrong.
He was very enthusiastic about escaping.
Yes, he was. He was very excited about that. So our first little pack of viewer mail is from Zarakino, Kim, and family. We have the 2 packs of Animal Crossing Sanrio amiibo cards.
Oh, nice.
Which I'm super excited about. To get some cute amiibo.
Maybe Bad Bats Maru is in there.
Oh, maybe.
Bringing my Switch over tomorrow.
Oh,
absolutely.
yay, Kara.
And 3 pins, which I'm going to show briefly because we'll have them on in the future. This one means so much to me for multiple reasons, but this beautiful Peter Pan's Flight.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
For the Walt Disney 50th anniversary. We have from Disneyland Paris, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure.
Oh, I love that.
Cute.
And this, which I am in love with.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
The Paris, this is also from Paris Disneyland. Wow. The Haunted Mansion ride over there.
Who is she supposed to be?
She's the bride that is the center. So if you know the ride, the Haunted Mansion, when you go to the attic, there's a bride character. Yeah. And she is kind of the focal character of the Disneyland Paris version.
Am I wrong, or does she have an axe?
Yes, she's a Black Widow. And they've made that apparent in the ride at Disneyland and Disney World. They've reworked the attic to give her a whole thing.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. Next up,
we have
helping us. I know we have a little. What is this? Who's the? Wait, what? Oh, thank you, Ms. Thing.
She's back! Yay!
She's back from the mothership.
Yes, she's shaking a bit. Okay. Well, they said this is not necessarily for mail time.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
But this is for. There is actually something in here for Kara, which we will give her tomorrow.
Oh, I'm excited.
But you know what? I gotta open it. I can't help it.
I'm sorry. Who sent it?
This is from the Hornburgers,
who we got to see in person.
Who we did get to see in person. Oh my goodness. Okay.
I think people have a sense of who you are.
Yeah, one of them I'll save, but this, check this out. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna. I can't get it open. Can you get that open? I've got this one, which goes with a collection that I already have.
Perfect.
So that's awesome.
And this one.
Oh, wow.
Super excited about that one.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. And then this little stack of teacups, which I also have a collection of these in different colors. So thank you, Hornburgers, for that. Ooh, blurry. Look, I look so young. Thank you, Hornburgers, for that lovely lovely gift.
You know, the fact that we got to hang out with the Hornbergers and the Zaccardis in person is something that I hope for more of with Tricky Lug. I look forward to meeting more of you in person. It was it was wonderful.
Well, I think Bricks Cascade is going to be really like a thing in that respect, right? Like that's where we're going to
Absolutely.
that's where we're going to get to meet a lot of people. But it was, but what was nice about our meeting with the Hornbergers and the Zaccardis was it was like a no pressure situation. We went out, we had a picnic, like we were
outside with as much room as anyone wanted.
It was really, really nice. And
That
thank
was
you for
probably
this
the
too,
highlight.
Hornbergers. I won't share this, but thank you so much for this. This is amazing. How cool. Whoa. So we will utilize that very soon. I'll just say that. Golly. So while we're going through this, did anybody get any amazing Christmas gifts, holiday gifts that they are super
I got you guys
excited
a
about?
gift, but I haven't mailed it yet because I suck. Would you like to see it?
Yes.
Okay, you tell me if this is not a good gift, I don't have to ship it, so I'll save some money.
Wait, now who is this for?
It works.
You too.
Oh, it's for us? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, we'll see it now. It'll like be it'll be like virtually opening it.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yes. That is awesome.
We love some Carol Channing.
I do love me some Carol Channing, I gotta say. Wow. Now that is a headdress. That's what I call a headdress.
Nice.
That is
find.
amazing, Moto. Oh my goodness.
She must have been so happy she did all that practice walking around with a book on her head when she had to wear that headdress.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Poise is what that's called.
oh, the record is here. It's a little scratched because it
That's
wasn't.
okay.
I found it in a thrift store, but
It's not about the record.
Awesome, Moto.
Okay,
Thank you.
And for anyone who doesn't know what it is, what is that, Moto?
That's a record.
so before there were CDs,
And all the kids are going, what are CDs?
You may have seen one in Lego form on
So-
Randall and Cyrita's
Yeah.
parade float.
so I'm sorry, Randall, it's not blue. That would've been
Oh,
great.
damn.
Flynn,
But-
didn't a young person ask you if the spaces there are between the songs?
Yes. Yeah. There's
So
lines
each
there
one
where
of-
the songs end. Yes.
So there was a little stylus that would wiggle on these little things. These little things in the wiggling would be amplified into sound.
Oh
and
my
then
goodness.
Each one of these is a space between the song. And that's how you knew which track you were on, and it works from the outside in.
Can you say analog?
Oh, this is more analog than analog, baby. This is
Super analog.
And then
awesome,
if
Moto.
you bought a record, there was a sleeve, and then in the sleeve they would advertise other records you could buy.
And sometimes they would have the lyrics.
Yeah, and sometimes they'd have the lyrics, things of that. But yeah,
Those
this
are
is
called liner notes.
this is a long playing. This is a long playing record, and it uses this chemical called vinyl, and it's really bad for the environment. So if you care about the environment, please don't buy vinyl.
Hey,
Vinyl's
Brian
really
is
bad.
here. Bricks O'Brien, how's it
What's up,
going?
Brian?
Brian.
History lesson.
Yeah, Brian, you just missed the whole explanation of what records are.
You can't get this kind of content anywhere else.
Right, exactly.
Oh wow, there's an ad for the Pink Panther. That would be a cool record to have. Anyway,
That would be cool.
Oh, we have a lovely. Now, I'm not going to show these because they have pictures of people's families on them that they probably don't want to share on air. But I did want to say a big thank you to Jen from Brick Fam Builds. We got a couple of stickers of her stickers from her for the build challenges.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
look at that.
Super cute, right?
I know this was kind
Awesome.
of the year of the habitat too.
It was the year.
Yeah, it was.
The year of the habitat.
on
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
And then we also got a lovely card from Spud Hill Farm, who is a frequent visitor. really nice. Thank you so much for that. Oh, and also I want to show you the on the back of Jen's envelope, there was this great Friends mail sticker.
Love it.
Love that. So any other holiday gifts anybody got that they were super psyched about?
Ooh.
I got the Home Alone set. I was pretty excited. I had to get it for myself, but I'm still pretty excited.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me get it.
Oh, Brian. Always Brian with a spicy hot take. Are records those dusty, low-quality plastic things old people rant about, or am I thinking of classic space?
Wow.
Wow. Whoa, brutal.
Two birds with one stone.
Brutal.
Wow.
We have a lovely card here from Ms. Slow Brickta herself, Dawn. Thank you so much for the lovely card. Oh, you know what? I have one. I've been wanting to share this one. For a quick minute.
Whoa.
Oh, this is awesome. So this is, if some of you know, Matt
I doubt
Elder,
it, Brian.
Matt Elder, who is a frequent guest on London Bridge Bricks, and he does these sketches. Oh, nice, Moto.
Oh,
I
it's
did get-
the new puppy.
I just
Very
want to
nice.
say I am enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would.
I did get one of those too, but
Dang, it's like you could get some reps in just by like.
Wow, is that the biggest Lego box they've
yeah.
done
not.
yet?
It's actually
Yeah,
not
in
that
our
big.
yeah, in our house, it's definitely the
I am terrified you're just going to fall over.
yeah, it's like the craziest.
It's not even as big as the box itself is not as big as like the Millennium Falcon or Star Destroyer.
No, but it's the weight of it, and it's the
Yeah.
bulkiness.
It's dense.
Wow.
It's like you do your curls. Next thing you know, you're Mr. Universe.
All right, so if any of you all know Matt Elder from London Bridge Bricks streams, and he did a really amazing Luke Skywalker minifig portrait that he gave away for the 24-hour charity stream.
We saw him drawing.
Yeah, we saw him working on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta show you. He sent this awesome card, which has his great Santa Deadpool illustration. And then on the other side is that awesome Luke Skywalker.
Wow.
It was great seeing
that is
together,
so cool.
too. Right? Did you see the Deadpool side, Moto?
I was. Oh my lord!
Isn't that amazing?
Really, really cool.
Whoa.
Well, the way he plays with light
He
is
says,
amazing.
ahoy, hoy, Richard and Flynn. I hope, Merry Christmas, and hope you guys had a great festive season. All the best in the new year, and hopefully we will see you this side of the pond sometime soon. Cheers, Matt. And you will. And I wanted to show this now. I don't know how many of you actually go check out Greg's stream, but whenever I'm a guest on the stream, they can get a little racy. And I love to I love to be shocked, and sometimes I really am shocked, and sometimes I just pretend to be a little more shocked. So there's now this whole mythology around that I'm like the dad and that I have to keep them all in line when I'm there. So whenever I go on, they're like, oh, Flynn's here. And there was a time when I said, don't make me put my dad hat on because they were being naughty. Okay. So he makes these sketches all the way through. And he always does these sketches. And he sent me all the sketches that he's done of me.
Oh, no way.
On the show. So I'm going to share these with you. Here's
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, don't make me put my dad hat on.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yes, this is Flynn's London Bridge Bricks stream prep. I'm sorry for the I know it's a little
bright, yeah.
The auto white balance is on. Maybe this will help. Yes. The land list, dad hat, and disapproving eyes.
That's awesome.
Oh, I'm familiar. I'm familiar with the disapproving eyes.
No, I gotta say this one. I don't remember what this one was from, but it says, engaged again. Picture of me with a ring on. I have no idea. I don't remember that one.
Maybe I should be checking into those.
I know,
streams.
right? This is we were talking about the Christmas panto shows that I've always wanted to be on. This is apparently a picture of me being shocked at a panto with my list. With my dad hat on. I love this one. Dad approved.
Oh wow!
With
Is that the Joker car? That's a cool car.
It looks like the Joker car.
Yeah, I think we were talking about the Joker car that day. I love this one.
Flynn's
What's the
ready.
sign say?
Flynn's
Oh,
ready
land-
with his land list.
So what is this land list? Because that keeps showing up.
I'll explain that. This last one.
I can't read it. In case of trouble, break glass.
Dad had in case of
Wow.
trouble.
Your
break
dad
glass.
hat. Oh yes.
So Flynn, if I find is that supposed to be like a Woody hat or is it just a red hat in general?
No, I had like a fedora nearby that I had pulled over at one point and was like, this is the dad hat. But so the land list thing was Greg had said to me that he was interested in being on the land. And this is kind of how this all started. Greg had said, I'm interested in being on the land. Do you have any pointers? Like, what do I need to do?
Oh, you wrote
And
a list.
one of the things I said was, well, first of all, you might want to make your show a little bit more PG and a little less PG-13, maybe even like GPG.
G, yeah.
And so that, and I said, and I had kind of like a little, he had asked me, and so I wrote down a few things, and I had my like little list of things. And then he mentioned it on air, and then it just, you know how things evolve. It just like became a joke.
Plus I keep showing up and running it for everyone.
Yeah. What? Oh, so yeah. So that was that's where the land list came from, and the whole sort of dad hat and all of it. So
Do you have the dad hat?
Matt, so much for these. This is an amazing package.
Because the dad hat is part
So
of
thrilled.
2021, I think you should wear it right now as a send off to the year.
What, the dad hat?
Yeah, you should put like a little
the
New
dad
Year's.
hat is my fedora, right?
No, it's mine, but I don't know where it is. Let me see if I can find it.
You gotta put like a Happy New Year like Post-it note or something on it, and that can be your New
Oh,
Year's
almost like a press pass, just sticking in there. Happy New Year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What better way
That's
to
pretty
wear it?
bold, doing all those drawings live on air in felt marker, like no pencil and eraser there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
unfortunately don't have it to hand at the moment, but
Uh,
one of these days, my goodness. Well, I
It says
realize now that we are-
Dad hat redeem on Twitch.
yeah.
I'm surprised that's
Totally.
not a thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm surprised. Did you guys introduce any new characters this year?
Well, we had Liz.
We got Liz.
Well, I mean, like
There's
Liz, but like something like a Angela or Miss.
Well, we've
Thing
got- yeah,
or
Angela-
Cookie. But those are all earlier.
I don't know if there were any new ones.
I don't know that there were any new ones.
I feel like it's time for
Well, Splishy and Splashy were this year, weren't they?
I
No,
don't think so. No, I think they're 2020.
they're old school.
Yeah.
well, I
There's
think
still
it's
time. There's still time.
This was
Everybody's
the year
scurrying
that-
around trying to create like some new character for the show. No, that's all right.
Well, this was the year that those characters were immortalized in stop motion animation, and I think
right.
I think we're going to be seeing more from Clicky and Angela and Ms. Thing this year.
Yeah,
And
more
Thunderhead.
adventures, more for them.
They're gonna be on the show more.
This is Brooks O'Brien as a character.
That is very true. That is very true.
Character. Not one that we've made up though.
It's
That's
not.
not our fault.
We did have Randall join the cast though this year.
We did. He's definitely a new character.
Yeah.
So glad to have you, and so glad, Randall, that you're able to make it and come and hang out with us when you're able. So thank you so much.
It gives me some purpose on Sundays to
Well,
so works out.
you always broadcast from exotic locations that we all want to be at, like Mexico and
It happened like 2 times, like literally twice, like Cancun and then Detroit.
Meanwhile, I'm usually sequestered, in self-isolation from COVID, and then you're like popping up in Mexico and stuff.
Well, we saw you during your plumbing adventures, and also at a convention.
By the way, my basement flooded a second time.
No, Moto.
And I had to get the power snake out yet again and do all the laundry and everything. It takes me like
the
6
power
hours to
snake.
read it.
All right, I've never. Wow.
God, it was awful. I hate it when that happens.
Me too.
Power Snake is going to be the new character for 2020.
You don't want that. No, that is not a
Where-
smell you want on the air.
Well, but I think Power Snake is maybe Thunderman's arch enemy.
Oh my God.
Okay. I was afraid of where you were going with that.
So was I.
Hey, take it to London Bridge Bricks, Holly. Don't make me get my dad hat.
Oh, Jermaine in here. What's up, dog?
Jermaine's here.
Hi, Jermaine.
Hi, Jermaine. How's it going? Good to see you.
Now
that's
Jermaine can wear the dad hat.
Well, everyone, we're closing in on the 2-hour mark here. So thanks everybody for hanging out to us. I figured it's appropriate to stop like 12 hours before actual midnight, before we roll over to the next year. And we will be back again with the crew on Sunday. And so we can say that tired joke that we will see you all next year.
Don't change.
Don't go changing. So Debo says, I'm glad Detroit is finally recognized as an exotic location.
Hey, if you've been to like Livonia, Michigan 7 Mile, it's exotic. Trust me.
Oh, Power Snake escaped from Power LA.
Power New York
That's
too.
good.
That's a good one.
Well, thanks everybody for the wonderful viewer mail. Really appreciated. That was fun to go through, and thanks to the crew for showing up today on a Friday. I know a lot of you are off, but I appreciate you taking the time to come and hang out with us, and of course, everybody out there in the chat. Thank you so much. We will indeed be back on Sunday for a Sunday show with we're looking at all the stuff that people bought at the Lego store tomorrow. If you're braving that, I don't know. We'll see. Well, good luck, everybody. Hope that your Lego store has gotten its shipment in. Hopefully. But have a happy new year doing whatever it is you may be doing tonight. We look forward to seeing you again soon. And don't forget, until next time, to stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear your mask.
When and where you need to.
Get that vaccine. Well, that's everywhere now.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Get that vaccine, get that booster shot, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Happy building.
Boom, 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 boom.
Happy New Year!